And a happy Halloween, weather and out meteorologist Evan Hatter with a check of your forecast on this spooky Friday. Brought to you as always by our non-spooky partners at On Target. And it is spooky cold across portions of Wobbles as we work through the morning hours as we cross the 6 o'clock hour here on this Friday Halloween. Just a few clouds out there as we work through the morning hours. In fact, most of them are already moving up into central Kentucky and into the bluegrass. So some clear skies out there this morning. And that has equaled a much chillier start to our day. How about this? Once we pull up the temperatures here, how about temperatures in the 30s to start for many of us this morning? 37 Morgantown, and on the north side of Bowling Green at the station at Ephraim White Park from the Mesonet. 40, a popular number. Russellville out to the WKU farm and over towards Scottsville this morning. Warren-Barron County line and Franklin both checking in at 41 degrees this morning, so the chill is in the air, and it certainly feels spooky outside as we work through the morning hours, and that'll continue at least until we get some of that sunshine back into the picture as we work into the early hours here of our Friday. Just doing a couple things here in the background. We'll get you there in just a second. Cameras out there this morning. The view over downtown Bowling Green from our D93 Sky Cam. All is quiet out there this morning. The glow of the lights of downtown brightening up a sky that's not quite there yet as we head into the morning. This is our last weekday with those later sunrises, so we'll talk about that here in just a second as we are in the final weekday of daylight saving time. Don't forget to set those clocks back before you go to bed tomorrow night. The view from Barren River Lake from our WPBM TV 31 Proclaim broadcasting camera this morning. The stars are out there as we start off our Friday with that beautiful clear sky. Maybe some clouds there on the horizon, but other than that, everything is A-OK as we get started this morning. Weak boundary trying to push on through the region as we work through the remainder of our day. There's just not a whole lot of moisture now that that frontal boundary from yesterday is pushed onto the east, so everything is A-OK, though it will be a little breezy on the back side of this front, and then watching another weak system trying to push in from the upper Midwest that could give us potentially some sprinkles to showers as we head towards our Saturday, late Saturday, and into early Sunday. Temperatures out there as we start off the morning. For many of us, the high-resolution rapid refresh just a little on the milder side as we work through the morning hours, showing those temperatures in the 40s. We warm nicely, though only into those middle to upper 50s as we work out there during the morning hours. As the kids head out to trick-or-treat, the sun starts to set. We really start to bring the chill back in. 50s by 6 into the upper middle 40s as the trick-or-treating winds up, along with some of those regular season finales out there when it comes to our high school football. Barron County out at Allen County, Scottsville this evening. North Hardin coming to visit Warren East, Russellville and Butler County this evening, and Union County making the trip in to play Greenwood. Bowling Green themselves up toward my neck of the woods, my stomping grounds, up at Franklin County, my old rival anyway, when it comes to the high school football. Either way, it's going to be chilly up in the bluegrass too if you're any purples making the trip up to see them play the Flyers here this evening. Temperatures chilly tonight, down into the 40s. Perhaps some cloud cover working in ahead of that next week's system. It could keep us from dropping too low during the overnight, but if we stay clear, those temperatures dropping into the 30s yet again to start off our Saturday and the month of November. We get slightly milder as we head into our day on Saturday. Notice those temperatures getting up into the upper 50s, pushing 60, but we'll have to watch the potential for a few of those showers trying to sneak in as we head through our day on Saturday. The other big story today, wind gusts. You notice as we head through the morning hours and into the early afternoon, as we clear those skies out, we'll get some backside flow out of the northwest that should keep us a little on the chillier side and also gusting 15 to 20 miles per hour. Nothing off the charts, but just make sure you're aware, especially if you're dressing up the kids later on tonight, the ghouls and the goblins, making sure they're all wrapped up as we head into the evening hours. Winds should calm down really once we get past sunset. Maybe a gust tomorrow, but for the most part, things are looking okay as we work through the early hours of tomorrow. Here's the weather story looking at the 500 millibar level, which is about halfway up the atmosphere. You'll notice as we head through the next couple of days, we've got this pinwheeling upper low that should start to cut itself off from the main flow of the jet stream as we head over the next couple of days. That's going to lead to an increase in shower chances as it tries to develop a more compact surface low right on top of us or just to our south and west as we head into Saturday and Sunday, and that could give us the potential for a few showers. Here's the thing. After yesterday's system pushed on out, we don't have a whole lot of moisture in the atmosphere, which is a good thing because we've been pretty soaked over the last couple of days. So, as we work through the rest of today, looking dry, into tonight, looking dry, trick-or-treaters, it will be a little chilly. But for the most part, we're A-OK when it comes to rain. Notice, though, the models, this is the high-resolution NAM model, really trying to push in some showers as early as our Saturday morning. I just think we're going to be too dry. And even then, heading into Saturday night and early Sunday again, I think the NAM is overdoing this a little bit because I think we're going to be too dry to get any substantial rainfall out of this. Some sprinkles, maybe some light showers, not out of the question. Late Saturday night into Sunday. But other than that, I don't think this is a huge rainfall issue for us as we head through the next couple of days. And then beyond that, as we head towards Sunday and into Monday, things looking much, much nicer as we start to calm the pattern down a little bit into the next couple of days. Speaking of calming down and pushing on out of the region, we check in with what is, I don't want to say what's left of Hurricane Melissa, because Hurricane Melissa is still indeed a hurricane, and it is looking much more disorganized. It's brushed by as a Category 1 last night, brushed by Bermuda. You see out there in the middle of the Atlantic, it is looking much more diffuse, looking a lot more ragged, certainly, than it was when it absolutely devastated parts of Jamaica and eastern Cuba earlier this week. But notice, it's still a hurricane. It will, sideswipe Newfoundland over the next couple of days. That's really into the overnight hours tonight. It's moving pretty good now, moving at 41 miles an hour, which for a hurricane is pretty fast. And then it will continue to push on up into parts of Europe. Yesterday, the cone of uncertainty there took in part of Iceland. Don't see that very often. But for the most part, it should become a post-tropical storm. And while it still will bring some rain and wind to areas there right between Greenland and Great Britain, Iceland and Great Britain, no big European issues with that either. And of course, it has bypassed the United States, which is good news there. Closer to home, speaking of the United States, we do this thing where we turn the clocks back. Daylight saving time ending Saturday night into early Sunday. Set those non-automatic clocks back 1 hour before you head to bed tomorrow night. Things like phones, computers, tablets, your TV receivers, those should set automatically, but don't forget things like your appliances, the old stove clock, the microwave clock, the clock in your car. Make sure you set those back over the next couple of days. Or if you forgot to set them back, or if you forgot to spring them forward back in the spring, the clocks will be correct as we head into this weekend. Unfortunately, though, that means the pre-5 p.m. sunsets are back. We go from a sunrise on Saturday morning of 7:10 to a sunrise Sunday morning of 6:11. Not too bad. A little brighter, a little earlier. But here's the problem. The sunset tomorrow night is 5:48 p.m. The sunset on Sunday is 4:46 p.m. Sorry. Fortunately, we don't see a post-5 p.m. sunset again until mid-January, once the days start getting longer past the winter solstice. So we can do it. We can get through this. One other reminder that we always like to talk about when it comes to daylight saving time: change the batteries in your smoke detectors and the batteries in your weather radios. It's a good idea to change those every 6 months, so in case the worst does happen, you've got the batteries ready to go in the smoke detectors, and definitely in the weather radios. If the power goes out and your weather radio still has power to give you those warnings as we work through the overnight hours, and in any case, if we do happen to see any rough weather the rest of fall and, of course, into spring. Next 6-day weather forecast out there. Nice today, 62, a little breezy at times with mostly sunny skies. Rain chances return as we head into, I think, later on our Saturday into our early Sunday. Highs still in the 60s. Again, not a lot of rain with this. Should keep us milder, at least a little milder Saturday night. Those lows in the 40s. And look at this. As we head into next week, that storm system pushes off to the east. We get that good return flow out of the south, and we're really bringing those temperatures up. Mid-60s Monday and Tuesday, perhaps pushing 70 as we head towards mid to late week. That's ahead of another weak system that'll try to work on through as we head into Thursday and Friday. Could bring us some showers by next weekend. But, of course, the models have been doing what they do this fall, so things will likely change as we head towards next weekend. Lows at night in the mid-30s, getting chilly out there yet again once we clear things out on Sunday night. We'll moderate as we start to get that return flow toward the middle of next week, but still starting the days off in the low to mid-40s, so it will feel appropriately autumnal as we head into the final month of meteorological fall. Yes, folks, winter is coming. That should just about do it for me this morning. I brought it up full screen so you don't see me anymore. Hang on. There we go. That should just about do it for me this morning. Whether or not meteorologist Evan Hatter with a check of your forecast as we get started on this Halloween Friday afternoon, brought to you as always by On Target. Let's make it a great day out there. Don't scare those ghouls and goblins too much out there. Have a great one out there and a great weekend as well.